Developing story in southeast Harris County. That is where two women were shot, two sisters, and one of them has died.
It happened on Backenberry Drive near Hope Village Road. Investigators say the man who shot them then turned the gun on himself. KPRC 2's Kathy Hernandez reports now on the tragedy that unfolded in a Friendswood area neighborhood.
Good afternoon. Just devastating. Investigators say the sisters are only 18 and 20 years old and of South Asian descent. We talked to a homeowner who was watching that shooting on surveillance cameras and said that the suspect and the victims met here at this intersection before that tragic shooting.
I just couldn't sleep. I'm still thinking about it,
A disturbing scene on Backenberry and Constitution Lane in Friendswood Monday night.
I feel it's very graphic. It's something you would only probably see in a movie, but it's real life.
Two cars had parked right in front of this man's home as he and his wife were watching on their surveillance cameras.
I see a young lady get out of a vehicle. She walks up to the car, opens the door, and she's having a conversation with whoever's in the driver's seat of that car. Again, it appeared to me as that they knew each other and they were having a kind of a small argument.
He says two other women got out of the car and walked up to the car where the two were talking.
And she's telling the other young lady, can she please move aside, move aside? And as she got the second or third move aside out of the way, that's when you hear the two shots go off. And both of those young ladies hit the ground.
Deputies say the two women were sisters, 18 and 20 years old. The 18-year-old died on the scene. The 20-year-old was in critical condition. The shooter sped away.
Our deputy moved swiftly. He arrived within maybe 4 minutes to the call. He discovered two young females that had been wounded from apparent gunfire.
At about 6 this morning, investigators say deputies had followed the shooting suspect to a parking lot of a grocery store along I-45 in Willis. That's about 70 miles from the shooting. They say as deputies approached, he shot and killed himself.
My heart goes out, to the victims, to the family, and I just be praying for them. That's all we can really do.
And the homeowner says it's been especially difficult for his 13-year-old daughter, who was also watching the shooting on surveillance cameras. Investigators have not yet released a motive, and right now their identities have not yet been released. Reporting in Friendswood, Kathy Hernandez, KPRC 2 News.